ازدهار. أنا دمي فلسطيني فلسطيني فلسطيني، أنا دمي فلسطيني. والله أنا دمي فلسطيني فلسطيني فلسطيني، أنا دمي فلسطيني.
Everyone, and good afternoon. Dear friends, community members, allies, and honored guests. It is with deep pride and heartfelt warmth that I welcome you all to the American Muslims for Palestine 4th Annual Flag Raising. Palestinian flag raising. We are raising it here in the heart of the city of Chicago, a city that has long stood as a beacon for justice, resistance, and unity among oppressed communities. Today's theme, Remembrance and Resilience, is more than words. It is a call to action, a reflection of our past, and a testament to our unshakable spirit. Today, we gather not just to raise a flag, but to lift up a people, our community. This year's theme, Remembrance and Resilience, calls us to reflect and to stand strong. We remember the generations of Palestinians who have endured displacement, occupation, and struggle. We remember the homes lost, the voices silenced, and the dreams deferred, but never forgotten. We gather not only to honor our heritage, but to confront a painful and urgent truth. Palestinians are living through a genocide. Our people in Gaza and across all of Palestine are being bombed, starved, displaced, and silenced simply for daring to exist on their own land. Entire families have been wiped from the civil registry. Children are digging their loved ones from the rubble with their bare hands. Journalists, doctors, and mothers have become martyrs in the fight to live with dignity. We raise this flag today for them. For every life lost defending their home, their culture, their right to live free. And as we reflect on the loss of life, we remember that behind every story of pain is also a story of survival. Even in the face of this violence, we remain resilient, and our people, whether in Rafah, Ramallah, Al-Khalil, Nablus, Jenin, or right here in Chicago, remain unbound. From poetry to protest, from refugee camps to the city streets, our voices continue to rise. Chicago itself carries a long legacy of standing with people of color, immigrants, and the oppressed. It is the city of Fred Hampton, of Cesar Chavez rallies, of resistance led by Black, brown, and working class communities who have always fought back against injustice. And today, we honor that legacy by standing together. Palestine is not alone. In Chicago and across the globe, Palestinians continue to build, create, teach, and dream with dignity. Our culture, our food, our music, our art, and our stories are all acts of resilience. Every child who learns their grandparents' language, every artist who paints their homeland, every activist who speaks truth to power, each of these is a thread in the fabric of our collective resilience. Today, as the flag rises, it does so with the weight of memory and the strength of hope. It reminds us of the right to self-determination, the right to return, and the right to be seen and heard. Let this gathering be a space of unity, love, and commitment. A commitment to justice and to freedom for Palestine.
Comrades, my street marchers, my protesters, it is a great pride and deep. It is my honor to welcome all of you here. Honestly, I see all of you in the streets, and that's what we have here. The people who have been coming every week to protest are the people who are sitting here, are the people who made Palestine as a priority. You are the ones here. We did huge marketing for this event. And what I see here are the committed, our backbone people. So thank you so much for being here all the time. الله يعطيكم العافية. والله بترفعوا الراس انتوا الحكمة اللي موجودين هون. انتوا اللي مش راضيين تكونوا من الخوالف. ما شاء الله عليكم. So thank you so much for being here. لا فلسطين ولا غزة رح تنساكم. To raise our flag with pride. I honestly expected this announcing our steadfastness, our perseverance. بس على كل حال زي ما بتقول. وأنا دايما بقول بيت الشعر هذا وقلته قبل هالمرة وراح أعيده بحبه. نحن هنا باقون على صدوركم كالجدار وفي حلوقكم كقطعة الزجاج كالصبار وفي عيونكم زوبعة من نار نجوع ونعرى نتحدى ننشد الأشعار ونملأ الشوارع ونملأ السجون كبرياء ونصنع الأطفال جيلا ثائرا وراء جيل كأننا 20 مستحيل. نحن باقون إن شاء الله. Raising the flag today is a symbol of hope for millions of Palestinians dreaming of peace, dignity, and sovereignty. In many traditions, raising the flag half-staff is a sign of mourning and respect. Today, unfortunately, we will be raising the flag half-staff. Half-staff لأنه إحنا بموقع حداد يعني، فبدنا نحط العلم لنص البول. To honor the sacrifices and to remind ourselves of the ongoing struggle. So we're going to be here, unfortunately, doing it half-staff because of the suffering and the loss of life of the Gaza people and across Palestine. As we stand here, let this act serve as a reminder that the fight for justice is universal and that we each have a role in advocating for dignity, human rights, and freedom for Palestinians. In closing, I want to thank each and every one of you for your presence here today, for your support, and for your solidarity. Together, through awareness and compassion, we can contribute to a future where Palestinians, especially those suffering in Gaza, can live with dignity and freedom. Thank you to all my volunteers. Thank you to Rama Atiya, who is doing everything behind, and Janine, Al-Harith, because and Amira, they've been working very hard, and the rest of my board of Chicago. Thank you.
Over the last 18 months alone, not to mention the last 78 years, the world bears witness to the unjustifiable killing of over 17,000 children and thousands more injured. My friends, 100 children a day are either killed or injured since the break of the ceasefire on March 18th. Gaza is home to the largest child amputee population in history. The largest orphan crisis in modern history exists in Gaza today, with over 40,000 children orphaned, having lost either one or both of their parents. Many lost their entire immediate and extended families, wiped from the civil registries. I have yet to comprehend how the world has allowed this. The Palestinian flag waves not just as a symbol of a nation, but as a reminder of the dreams, laughter, and futures of countless children whose lives have been profoundly impacted. Their resilience amid adversity inspires us all to work towards a world where every child can grow up free, safe, and with the opportunity to thrive. As we honor the flag today, let us renew our commitment to advocating for peace. But peace cannot come without justice. Let us continue to advocate for justice and the protection of the most vulnerable, the children of Palestine. May their sacrifices never be forgotten, and may their hopes guide our collective efforts towards a brighter, more compassionate future. الرحمة للشهداء والشفاء للجرحى والحرية للأسرى. عاشت فلسطين وعاش الشعب الفلسطيني حر مرفوع الرأس.
فإنهم يعلمون كما تعلمون وترجون من الله ما لا يرجون وكان الله عليما حكيما. صدق الله العظيم. نلتقي اليوم من جديد في الذكرى 77 من نكبة الشعب الفلسطيني المستمرة إلى يومنا هذا 77 عاما، حيث يمارس الاحتلال الصهيوني أبشع صور القتل والتهجير والتدمير في فلسطين، اعتداءات على كل شيء من بشر وحجر وشجر من أجل تفريغ فلسطين من أهلها الأصليين وإقامة كيانهم المزعوم.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name is Bilal Shahada. I am an attorney with the Muslim Legal Fund of America, specifically in their Civil Litigation Department. This past Monday, as Anita said, we witnessed a historic victory. A federal judge in Nevada dismissed all claims against AMP and a lawsuit that targeted AMP, our client, for over a decade. This lawsuit sought to silence AMP's advocacy for Palestinian rights by falsely equating it with support for terrorism. But the court saw through this, and in plain terms, we won this case. The judge ruled that the plaintiff in this case failed to present any facts showing AMP caused him harm or supported any act of terrorism. As a result, all claims under the Anti-Terrorism Act were dismissed. This ruling was a historic victory not only for AMP, but for protecting free speech in this country. The court affirmed that AMP's advocacy for Palestinian rights is not terrorism. It is protecting free speech in this country. And as our department chair, Christina Trump said, the reasoning sets a legal precedent for all cases in this country. AMP has faced severe defamation cases for the past decade and has been attacked politically for years. But we have stood by their side for over a decade and we will continue to do so. But make no mistake, this lawsuit is not an isolated incident. Over the past 18 months, we have seen a wave of lawsuits, investigations, and other legal threats aimed at silencing those who speak up for Palestinian freedom. From the civil lawsuits against AMP to the arrests and deportations of students under the Trump administration, we are witnessing the rise of lawfare. The weaponization of our legal system to crush dissent. Because they have failed to silence us in the streets, instead they have taken to the courts in an attempt to silence us. That lawfare is the new battleground. But all their attempts will fail. Whether in the streets or in the courts, they will fail. Because you cannot silence a movement. Now, despite this era of uncertainty, marked with the erosion of our legal system and protection, we, as lawyers, I want to tell you, we as lawyers are refused to back down. We will not stand by.
And they told us
when the legal system is organized.
we would never get the ceasefire resolution. There's 50 alder people. They told us it's never gonna happen, keep dreaming. They told us we won't get more than 6 people. You know how much we got? We got half plus the mayor, and we won. We became the largest city in the nation. The largest city in the nation right here, home to the largest Palestinian community. The line ran for blocks of people trying to get in to support us. And they weren't people that looked like us. There were people, everyday Chicagoans, that believe that Palestine needs to be free. And there were people, alder people, that we have here that are going to be speaking, that also risked their careers. They put $1 million
against our chairwoman, Rosanna Rodriguez Sanchez. $1 million. Because she said on Twitter, and you guys know it's our favorite chant, so you guys are gonna say it with me. They hate when we say this. She said, from the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
And you guys say it a little bit louder. I'm saying you guys are gonna finish it off for me. From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
That's right, Palestine will be free. And here's the thing. The flag is at half-staff today, right? But they told us we're never gonna get a ceasefire resolution. They also told us Palestine will never be liberated. We know that's not true, because look how resilient our people are. No matter what, we continue to show up. No matter what, our people continue to fight. They won't leave their homes because we know that's our land, that's our home. We are indigenous to that land. We're not going anywhere. And so, inshallah, 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 soon we'll be back here celebrating it at full staff because Palestine was liberated. We got our land back and our people can live on. You know, we are the children of displaced Palestinians. Many of us are first generation in this country, and we haven't experienced what our parents and our ancestors have experienced of the displacement and the evictions that happened, or the displacements and the occupation and the genocide that happened to our families. But our resilience will never stop because we're here for a purpose. And one thing I really wanted to get across from you guys today is you guys have got to start getting involved politically. You have to. Palestine is a political issue. You cannot keep saying, I don't get involved in politics. Politics is the reason why Palestine is in the situation Palestine is in. You guys have got to start showing up. We have a ton of open seats that are going to start being available. U.S. Senator is up for election. Where are you guys going to be when that time comes? When are we going to be pressuring these candidates if they are going to support Palestine or not? And if you guys don't show up, money and bombs will continue to go to Palestine. It is our responsibility here as Palestinians in America to free our people back home. You can only do that by showing up politically, getting engaged. If you have ever questions about that, you guys can always reach out to me on how to get engaged. You have to start helping candidates who actually are pro-Palestine. It is a lot easier to keep people that are pro-Palestine
so that we can actually have a dignified life for Palestinians where they are free.
From the industrial military monsters.
As a child of colonialism and as a Puerto Rican, I am here in solidarity with the Palestinian people because I am very familiar with the way colonized people are treated and accused of being terrorists when they fight back, when they try to defend their land, when they fight for their liberation. And that is exactly what is happening in Gaza. I was very moved to hear all of the speakers talked about this, particularly something that always resonates is the fact that Palestinians couldn't actually show their flag for a very long time. That is the case with Puerto Ricans as well. Puerto Ricans could go to jail for 10 years for having their flag out, showing in any way. And anybody that was showing the flag was accused of being a terrorist, was accused of being a radical. We cannot stand for that. As a Puerto Rican, I know very well that the Palestinian flag right now is the anti-fascist flag. It is the flag that represents the resistance against fascism, because fascism feeds off of dehumanization, and once you allow governments to dehumanize a group of people, there is no limit to what they can do to any of us. So the Palestinian flag is our flag, is our resistance flag. It is a universal flag of resistance against fascism. As a Puerto Rican, the Palestinian community has become a home for me, and I want every Palestinian to know that you have a home in the Puerto Rican community. Lastly, as part of the Chicago City Council and as the chair of the Committee on Health and Human Relations, we have been fighting of course, for the ceasefire resolution, which I am just incredibly proud that I was able to be part of such an incredible coalition that fought so hard to get Chicago as the biggest city in the US that passed a ceasefire resolution. That is a testament to the strength and the resilience of the people in Chicago and the solidarity that we are able to show each other. But we have also been talking about Mahmoud Khalil in the Chicago City Council, and I just want to give you my commitment that we are going to continue keeping the Palestinian fight alive on the floor of the Chicago City Council. We are going to continue to talk about how important it is to defend the right of Palestinians to fight back. Because when we go out
land theft in the West Bank. Our goal, ladies and gentlemen, is to call for the liberation of Palestine from the river to the sea. So as we gather here today, remember, as we have our heads held high today, we must ground ourselves in the reality that the people of Gaza, as they face famine and bombardment, and we must continue to fight for something bigger than ourselves. And that thing that is much bigger than ourselves is a free Palestine in a free world, from every river to every sea. So, to call it back to Hind's Hall, that was after the martyr Hind Rajab. The student movement of Chicago will heed your call, Hind Rajab, and the student movement of Chicago will heed the call of every martyr.
365 kilometers, 26 miles long, 6 miles wide. This small strip of land with 2.3 million people has exposed the hoax, the hypocrisy of Western liberal democracy. Gaza has also reignited our passion. Gaza has made our activism quite different than it has ever been. It is true, Gaza will never be the same again. But our activism and our work and our strength as a collective here in this country that aids and abets an apartheid regime, a genocidal regime with $3.8 billion a year, our work will never be the same again.
To The Hague!
Gaza has reignited the collective consciousness of the Palestinian people. All 14 to 15 million Palestinians worldwide look to Gaza with inspiration, with pride. I've always said that Jerusalem,
there must be some kind of way out of here. Say the jump to the thief.
It is the essence of
there's too much confusion.
Palestinian nationalism
I can't get no relief. Businessman there to drink my wine. Plowman dig my earth.
For us here,
none will level on the line.
The American people.
Nobody of it is worth.
The last 19 months.
No reason to get excited.
2021,
the thing they can't expose.
2014, 2007.
There are many here among us
1948.
who feel that life is but a joke.
Commemorate 77 years
but you were not